Howdy, guys. This is Attorney Walter Hnot. Now, I am up at the farm up in New Jersey, so the things are a little bit different. The setup's a little bit different, but we're going to be going through the news and basically get August update is going to be kind of a pretext to what's going to be happening for 2024 as well. Now, first thing that you need to know is that a new commissioner has been, which is Martin O'Malley. We're going to be doing a full video update on him, but he still has to go through Congress in order for them to go ahead and vote on him as an individual to replace Commissioner Kijikazi. Now, with that said, Commissioner Kijikazi is the acting Social Security Commissioner, but she's an acting one. She was put in place as somebody who didn't have to go through the same hoops and issues that essentially Martin O'Malley will. But Martin O'Malley will be an official individual who basically has a term. But the ironic thing is, we now know, as we have learned, that acting commissioners don't actually have a term, so they can just indefinitely continue to serve. However, President Biden has taken the step to go ahead and choose his official commissioner going forward. We'll see if Congress puts him through. Next thing, the COLA for 2024 is likely to be between 3 and 4%, but we don't know what it's going to do. And that's because we need this month, which is August, and next month, which is September, to complete the 3 months needed to go ahead and figure out what the COLA is going to be for 2024. So it's probably going to be between 3 and 4%, but we need July, August, and September to calculate those details. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to actually know what the definitive COLA is going to be for next year. Next thing, the average retirement across all states in the United States is a little bit under $1,800. That's pretty interesting. And what you have to keep in mind is that if you look at the state's data for all Social Security beneficiaries, that's around $1,500 as an average. However, the average for Social Security disability insurance benefits across basically the United States is around and just under $1,400, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting stuff. Now, the disability application wait times are horrific and they continue to get worse. There is no de facto forecasted model on what's going to happen. Commissioner Kijikazi came out on the Social Security Talks blog platform and stated that it should be getting better by the end of the year. From what I'm hearing from internal individuals about what's going on, although I don't work for the SSA, is that it is going to continue to get longer and the wait time is going to get worse. And that's because the terminations, or rather the people quitting from the Social Security Administration, especially DDS, is still very, very high, which puts them at that 25 to 26-year low of employment at the SSA. Now, another thing to keep in mind with all of this is that as a result of essentially this problem, we have this massive growing backlog of claimants, and the backlog is over 1 million individuals. It's not good. It's taking longer to apply and be found disabled than it's ever taken before. Some people are found disabled at the initial filing level, reconsideration level, ALJ hearing level, appeals council, or perhaps out of the SSA docket, which of course has the district, circuit, and Supreme Court of the United States. It's just taken a really long time. Back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, VA benefits actually took significantly longer to be found disabled than Social Security benefits. But now that's not true. VA benefits are a lot easier to get for disability benefits, and they're also much faster. Okay. Next thing, there is no likely fourth stimulus in sight. I know a lot of people want an update specifically on fourth stimulus benefits or Social Security stimulus options and things like that. President Biden does agree that the wealthy should pay their fair share by raising the FICA cap or getting rid of the FICA cap, which essentially means that it would greatly increase the likelihood of individuals being able to go ahead and pay more taxes on their FICA for whatever income they have in that's countable, which the wealthy are not going to be super happy about, which means it might go through, it might not go through. And at the end of the day, you have to keep in mind, if the wealthy are paying a significantly larger tax, they're not going to be as likely to want to vote in that person going into the 2024 election cycle. Additionally, the main topic of discussion going into 2024 with the presidential cycle will be Social Security benefits, in my opinion. And that's not just because I'm the most viewed and subscribed to disability attorney in America. That is because, to put it very simply, unfortunately, Social Security benefits are in trouble. As you know, the Retirement Trust Fund and the Medicare Trust Fund are in trouble. Medicare Trust Fund slightly more than the Retirement Trust Fund, although you could counter that by saying the Medicare Trust Fund is in a better spot because everybody pays a yearly fee to go ahead and continue to, well, it's actually a monthly fee, but to continue to have their Medicare, which bolsters it. However, when you become retired, when it comes to your check per month, you don't pay an additional amount towards your retirement trust fund at that point, unless you're, of course, having more earnings. But the point of this whole thing is, and it's kind of the bottom line here, is unfortunately, and this is really the situation, the retirement trust fund is looking at 9 to 10 potential years before it actually runs out. And as a result of that, you have about a decade before you're looking at around 77% to 78% of received benefit per month. So just think about the 100% check you'd get and then reduce it down to about 77 or 78%. Now, with that said, I want to point out a few other little details that would be very helpful. I am expecting that the Social Security Administration is going to be doing a mass hiring, even more so than what they're currently doing. They have a lot of jobs posted out there. Unfortunately, they are state specific for most of them. They include anything from tech jobs to DDS jobs to basically jobs where you're doing administrative functions or legal functions for the judges. So they are trying to get people to go ahead and sign up. The main faculty issue with this administrative problem is that a lot of people want more money per hour, per day, per paycheck. And the government pay from the Social Security Administration is particularly low in comparison to essentially what you could get at the private market outside of working for the government, which of course the government benefits in the long sense are very good, but the immediate pay in an economy like this makes it difficult for people to go ahead and get on board with it. Now, with that said and all this covered, I want you to understand that this is August. So August is not a pivotal month usually, except for the COLA, cost of living adjustment. Things that are going to be pivotal going into the latter months of 2023 are essentially what Martin O'Malley will be doing if he is put in the position through Congress to go ahead and be the commissioner of the Social Security Administration. Another thing that will be important is that you're going to hear a lot more rah about a Social Security stimulus going into 2024. And to be fair with you, considering what the stakes are, considering the presidential candidates, they might actually put something on the table. It's a plausible thing. I mean, it's at the moment, it doesn't look like there's any potential hope of it, but as we get closer to that, as people are arguing about the potential of it, things and the likelihood of a stimulus for Social Security benefits will, of course, go up. Now, with that said, I want you to keep in mind something, and I think it's incredibly important. At the end of the day, you have to make sure that you reserve enough funds, because every year we've had over the past couple of years has unfortunately become more and more expensive to live in the United States. And as a result of that, adding another 3 to potentially 4 cost of living adjustment, that's going to be more like, and it's going to feel like to you, and it's going to actually be, perceived and actually be more like probably somewhere between 5 and 15% increase, depending on what you're trying to buy. So the point is, if you are a fixed income individual, please make sure that you start working on those saving tactics and those bulk buy tactics and things like that. All right, guys, this is your general update for August Social Security news in 2023. And we'll be going ahead after this video and basically doing shorts off of it as well, so that you can get these in little quick bullet points. I will catch you later. You have a wonderful night. And a final note, yes, I'm aware that the Social Security disability videos for this channel, Disability Resolution, the law firm, are not showing up for most people. Something happened with YouTube. I have reached out to my rep at YouTube, but it does look like YouTube has systematically removed many of the videos that were in the suggested searches. And it might have been something I said, I don't know. But the bottom line is they've significantly killed off many of the views. We were getting about 80,000 views every 2 days. We're now down to about 18 to 19,000 views. So something happened. This has happened before. It usually affects me for about 2 weeks. And it's usually, from my understanding, something having to do with the search engine not liking current video, and then basically significantly reducing and stripping my videos of any search results. So hopefully in the not too distant future, you will be able to see this video. But if it does not pop up and you have to search for it, that is the reason why. I'll catch you a little bit later. You have a wonderful night, and we will go from there. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.